Hey guys, welcome back. So we're going to be picking off where we left. We jumped into deism, this link. We're just going to keep going from here. So, like other key Enlightenment thinkers, Voltaire, he was a deist. He challenged orthodoxy by asking, what is faith? Is it to believe that which is evident? Is it to believe that which is evident? What does that mean? Is it to believe is evident? Clearly seen. Is it to believe that which is evident? No. It is perfectly evident to my mind that there exists a necessary, eternal, supreme, and intelligent being. This is no matter of faith, but of reason. Interesting. So the deist believes that the supreme intelligence, the omnipotent creator of all universe and everything, it's just there, it's baked in, and one does not need to believe in these things or faith in these things. It's just using our faculties of sense and reason, one can deduce this ultimate truth. In a 63 essay, Voltaire supported the toleration of other religions and ethnicities. It does not require great art or magnificently trained eloquence to prove that Christians should tolerate each other. I, however, am going further. I say that we should regard all men as our brothers. What? The Turk, my brother? The Chinaman, my brother? The Jew? The Siam? Yes, without a doubt. Are we not all children of the same Father and creatures of the same God? Wow. So, of course, I don't know if he is, the first man in the Enlightenment to say such utterances. But this is a view that I hold. It's 2025. And this is Voltaire writing out of 63. And we're speaking the same exact language. So, yeah, I mean, it's amazing how it amazes me how pertinent his writings are. In one of his many denunciations of priests of every religious sect, Voltaire describes them as those who rise from an incestuous bed, manufacture 100 versions of God, then eat and drink God, then piss and shit God. So this is strong language. This is vulgar almost. Perhaps there's something in his early life that leads him to this view, this sort of this disdain towards clergymen. So we're going to move on to Christianity and his views of Christianity. Or we could leave it general. We could just leave it here. And I do want to jump to Islam, because Islam is a religion that's a hot button issue today. Myself and others might believe that it's a religion that has yet to reform itself to the West, in a similar way that Christianity and Judaism have assimilated their views. Maybe another analogy is they've undergone a thorough digestion, one that makes them less fundamentalist, okay, and more prone to view these religions of Judaism and Christianity as traditions and centers of culture, but not to go so far as to actually believe in Scripture and take it as an ultimate truth that one can commit acts of violence for. So I am curious to see how Voltaire writes about Islam, a religion that seems to me a religion that sometimes will drive people to a fundamentalism, to a place where they have great honor for the religion, so much so that they're willing to commit atrocious acts of violence in the name of this religion. And I do want to make a caveat, because I am not saying at all that Islam is unique in this. I think that both Judaism and both Christianity have undergone, we could say, reformations and changes. You can't argue that Christianity was a religion of peace during the Crusades, during the Inquisition, during the Christianity had its dark period, dark ages, but it feels today that many Christians are peace-loving and are in no way are committing acts of violence in the name of their religious views. Judaism, similarly, you can make a similar argument, although it seems that there is a rise of religious fanaticism, especially in the country of Israel, it seems. So I can't just critique Islam in a vacuum. I needed to add those two nuances. But anywho, let's see how Voltaire, let's see his views of Islam. This is 40, so this is 1740. Voltaire's views about Islam were generally negative, and he found its holy book, the Quran, to be ignorant of the laws of physics. In a 1740 letter to Frederick the Great, Voltaire ascribes to Muhammad a brutality that is assuredly nothing any man can excuse, and suggests that his following stemmed from superstition. Voltaire continued, "But that a camel merchant should stir up insurrection in his village, that in league with some miserable followers he persuaded them that he talks with the angel Gabriel, that he boasts of having been carried to heaven, where he received in part this unintelligible book, each of which makes common sense shudder, that to pay homage to this book, he delivers his country to iron and flame, that he cuts the throats of fathers and kidnaps daughters, that he gives to the defeated the choice of his religion or death. This is assuredly nothing any man can excuse, at least if he was not born a Turk, or if superstition has not extinguished all natural light in him." yeah, so this hits hard. That really seems to hit very hard the underpinnings of the Islamic faith. Claims of revelation, of defying law, the laws of physics, which are the supreme laws of the land, and violence in the name of the myths that he touts. Hits hard. So much so that I want to jump to Judaism afterwards and see how he critiques that. We'll continue to this next paragraph. In 48, after reading Boulainvilliers and Saleh, he wrote about Muhammad and Islam in De l'Alquran et de Muhammad, so on the Quran and on Muhammad. In this essay, Voltaire maintains that Muhammad was a sublime charlatan. Drawing on complementary information in Herbelot's Oriental Library, Voltaire, according to René Pomoy, adjudged the Quran with its contradictions, absurdities, anachronisms to be rhapsody without connection, without order, and without art. Rhapsody, of course, it hinges on this word. Effusively enthusiastic or ecstatic expression of feeling. That's a cool word, eh? I've heard of Bohemian Rhapsody. I've never quite looked it up like this right now, but that's a cool one. Effusively enthusiastic or ecstatic expression of feeling. Thus he henceforward conceded that if his book was bad for our times and for us, it was very good for his contemporaries and his religion even more so. It must be admitted that he removed almost all of Asia from idolatry, and that it was difficult for such a simple and wise religion, taught by a man who was constantly victorious, could hardly fail to subjugate a portion of the earth. Hold on. It must be admitted. Okay, folks. Bad news. I want to continue this, but I'm running out of time, so I'm going to cut this one short. So we'll meet back on a continuation of Voltaire.